Hello all of you beautiful people, Jules here for WhatCulture.com, and you know that I do love me a good video game secrets. In fact, they are notorious for hiding little extra bits in their digital world, but sometimes you might not want to find them, because when you unearth these dirty, horrible, dark secrets, they turn out to be, well, dirty, horrible, and dark, and might actually leave you scarred for the rest of your playthrough. So let's gather around and turn on all the lights just to make extra sure we're safe. As I'm Jules, this is WhatCulture.com, and these are 10 creepy video game secrets that will chill your blood. Number 10. Death Stranding, Monster Under the Bed. To say Death Stranding is a weird game is a hyperbolic understatement, and that shouldn't come as a surprise, seeing as it came from the brilliantly insane mind of Hideo Kojima. Set in a post-apocalyptic America in which players will spend dozens of hours trekking over the empty landscape to deliver parcels with a baby strapped to their chest, like I said, it's weird, it's clear that Death Stranding is covered in Kojima's idiosyncratic fingerprints. Likewise, it just wouldn't be a Kojima game if it weren't full of off-the-wall Easter eggs. Amongst an assortment of celebrity cameos and numerous cheeky pop culture references, Death Stranding has some secrets that are even more chilling than a horde of BTs. One of the creepiest occurs when hanging out in Sam's room and you, for whatever reason, decide to stare at Norman Reedus' crotch. Understandably, he won't be too pleased with this and will attempt to cover himself, and if you persist in your perverse gazing, he'll give you the finger and even punch the camera. Fail to take the hint and the game will punish you with an inky monster appearing from under the bed to give you an unexpected fright. And yes, that creature is also a cameo from Kojima himself. Number 9. The Witcher 3, Tower of Ghosts. With a world as vast as The Witcher 3 Wild Hunts, it's only natural that developers CD Projekt Red have included a ton of goodies for old Big G to discover across his long travels. But in a world full of frightening monsters and spectres, some of the secrets that players can uncover are unsettling to say the least, and it's likely that one of these chilling secrets went straight under your nose. During the quest, A Tower Full of Mice, Big G will be tasked by Kira to investigate a haunted tower to find a way to break the curse that holds it. Using a magical lamp that reveals spirits to aid you, the player will be able to piece together the area's tragic history to solve the curse's riddle. However, there's one spirit lingering in the tower that you might have actually missed. When standing in a certain spot during your investigation, you can see a mysterious figure looming in the opposite end of the room. If you move too close, it will promptly disappear until you return to a comfortable distance. Nobody knows exactly who this figure is or what it's doing, but whatever it is, it makes this mission a whole lot more sinister knowing it's there. Number 8. Game Boy Camera, Who Are You Running From? With all of their family-friendly titles, Nintendo are the least likely company you'd expect to include sinister secrets in their games. However, as I will now demonstrate, this is far from the case. Game Boy players discovered this the hard way back in 1998 when the Game Boy camera hit the market. Long before the days of the Kinect and iToy, this little accessory plugged straight into the cartridge slot and let users snap, edit, and save photographs of themselves. The pictures could even be printed if you also happened to own the Game Boy printer. And it also came with a selection of minigames too, and it's here that things get strange. When the player selects the run option during one of these games, the system will sometimes freeze before depicting one of these several strange, odd faces, accompanied by messages reading, "Who are you running from?" and "Don't be silly." While it's likely that these images were meant to be a bit of harmless fun, the unnerving music that accompanies them ensured that these low-res faces would be forever ingrained in Game Boy owners' nightmares. Number 7. Hitman Contracts, The Haunted Hotel. Agent 47's globe-trotting career has seen him travel to countless exotic locations to eliminate an array of high-profile targets. By the time of his third outing in 2004's Hitman Contracts, the suave assassin had already visited places like Hong Kong, Colombia, Russia, Malaysia, and Japan. But one place that 47 probably didn't expect to visit was a haunted house. While infiltrating the prestigious thermal bath hotel during the mission Traditions of the Trade, 47 is tasked with taking out an Austrian terrorist and retrieving a chemical bomb that they plan to use. When looking around the hotel, players can discover that an area has been closed due to a terrible accident. If you choose to enter this poorly guarded area by picking the lock, you'll eventually stumble upon a bloody bathroom where this accident looks to have happened. And if you peek in the mirror, you'll see an apparition of a ghostly figure standing behind you in blood-splattered clothing. It is definitely creepy. Number 6, Luigi's Mansion, Luigi's Shadow. We all know this one by now, right? If you stand in a certain location and wait for the lightning to hit, it looks as if Luigi has hung himself. Oh no! It is shocking to say the least, even if it is just a glitch at the end of things. But still, when you consider that this is a haunted house and you are battling ghosts and ghouls and they do sometimes play tricks on your mind, this would be a very effective, if not incredibly dark way of unsettling the green-hatted and soon-to-be brown-trousered plumber. Number 5, Celeste, Mirror Temple Music. A phenomenally beautiful and punishingly challenging platformer, Celeste weaves a surprisingly poignant and heartfelt narrative as it sees the protagonist make her way up the titular mountain, navigating deadly obstacles on her ascent. Within its maze-like levels, Celeste holds a vast amount of secrets and collectibles to uncover, but don't let its vibrant visuals fool you. This mountain is also home to some pretty unnerving discoveries, one of which can be found in the soundtrack to the Mirror Temple level. Like every other section of the game, this fifth chapter demonstrates its title's stunning soundtrack. When first entering the temple, the music has an ethereal but somewhat disquieting quality brought on by a subtly distorted soundscape. The soundtrack is telling us that something isn't quite right, and as players have discovered, it's not. By playing the music backwards, players are met with a hidden message, and it's a haunting one. Reversing the music reveals a somber piano melody as a scared woman whispers about her deep feelings of depression and anxiety before bursting into tears. Although it's not conventionally scary, the effect is nevertheless downright chilling for completely different reasons. Number 4, Please Don't Touch Anything 3D, The Ghost Girl. Despite what the title of this VR puzzle game suggests, Please Don't Touch Anything demands that you absolutely touch everything in the small office that you find yourself in order to crack the codes of a mysterious console in front of you. Of course, if media has taught us anything, it's that pressing a big red button that we're explicitly told not to touch will inevitably lead to bad things happening. And this is exactly what happens here. Your clueless meddling with a ridiculously cryptic workstation can trigger one of the game's many, many endings, which range from causing the apocalypse, time travel, and breaking the fabric of the universe itself. However, one of the possible outcomes is drastically more frightening than all the others. To get this secret ending, you'll first need to press the enticing button enough for a hammer to appear. Next, proceed to use the hammer to smash the glass on the wall clock. Then, if you decide to move all of the 3 hands to the 6, that's 666, the screen in front of your character will ask, "Is she here?" Turn around, and you'll find out exactly who she is. Ugh. Number 3, Payday The Heist, The Witch. A high-octane action game in which a group of up to 4 players work together to pull off a daring bank robbery before making an escape is perhaps the last place that you would expect to find a spooky secret. However, Payday The Heist is such a game, specifically the free No Mercy DLC level that landed a year after the game's initial release. Tasked with acquiring the blood samples of a quarantining patient, this free bonus mission will see players infiltrating and shooting their way through Mercy Hospital. And if you've played other co-op shooter game Left 4 Dead, this name should definitely ring a bell, as it's the same hospital that the survivors fought through in the mission this DLC takes its name from. Unfortunately, though, this content isn't considered to be canon and likewise contains a distinct lack of zombies roaming around the corridors. But that doesn't mean that there isn't any infected enemies to be found here. Players of Left 4 Dead will be very familiar with the ferocious special infected known as the Witch, and if you're vigilant, you'll be able to spot this terrifying creature suddenly appear through a door once the lights go out. It's a sight you definitely won't forget soon. Number 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Blackwater Athletics. It's no secret that Red Dead Redemption 2 is a treasure trove of disturbing, secrets. By this point, it's likely that you'll be familiar with the ghostly lady roaming around the swamp, the monstrous experiment located in a secret room in Van Horn, and an ominous ritual site in the woods. But a more obscure and still quite unnerving discovery can be found in the forest of tall trees, whereupon you can stumble across a mass grave of what appears to be a sports team. Piled into the grave with severed limbs on a nearby rock arranged to look like the letter B, which is the same letter on the players' jerseys, this is a disturbing sight to behold. But what's even stranger is that none of the bodies appear to have any limbs missing or obvious injuries, which begs the question, how were they murdered and who do these extra limbs belong to? From an article in the Blackwater Ledger, those bodies are that of a local sports team, who mysteriously vanished while out on a run. But with no leads to the case, this unsolved mystery has naturally grabbed the attention of fans. Judging by the details here, however, this is one mystery that's probably best left unsolved. And number 1, Pokemon X and Y, The Elevator Ghost. Once again, Nintendo are proving that they are the masters of horror. This time, the terror can be found in the completely inconspicuous Pokemon X and Y games. Despite the colourful characters, this beloved series is known for having a darker side when it comes to describing some of the more menacing Pokemon, but it's rare that the series will actually include ghosts. However, if you had the displeasure of exploring an office building inside the bustling Lumio city, you'll likely have stumbled upon arguably the most unsettling encounter in any Pokemon game. When exiting the elevator on the second floor, the lights will ominously flicker on and off as a girl then appears behind you. Gliding in front of you, she'll state, "No, you're not the one," before leaving you be. The scene itself is strange enough, but the eerie silence that signals her appearance combined with the demonic sound of her speech is enough for even the bravest of players to run straight back to that elevator. Who this girl is and who she's looking for still remains a mystery amongst fans. Whatever the answer may be, they can't be anything particularly pleasant, can they? And there we go, my friends. Those were 10 creepy video game secrets that will chill your blood. I hope you enjoyed that, and please let me know what you thought about it down in the comments section below. If you want to chat to me further, you can do so over on Twitter at RetroJ, or you can swing by Live and Let's Dice as my personal gaming channel where I stream every single Wednesday and Sunday, doing a Fallout New Vegas run at the moment with tons of community challenges. And it is balls hard. But before I go, my friends, I just want to say one thing. I hope that you are doing well and treating yourself with love and respect, because you goddamn well deserve it, my pal. And do not let anything and anyone else make you feel less than you are, because what you are is a massive ledge. Now go out there and absolutely smash it. As always, I've been Jules. You have been awesome. Never forget that. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.